This is Matthew 24. Of that day and hour, no one knows. Jesus is talking about his return. Not even the angels of heaven, but my Father only. As the days of Noah were, so also will be the coming of the Son of Man. As in the days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered the ark, and did not know until the flood came and took them all away. So also will be the coming of the Son of Man. Then 2 men will be in the field, one will be taken, the other left. 2 women will be grinding at the mill, one will be taken, the other left. Watch therefore, for you do not know what hour your Lord is coming. But know this, if the master of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched and not allowed his house to be broken into. Therefore, you also be ready, for the Son of Man is coming in an hour which you do not expect. And so let me tell you what it would be really easy for me to do on this show that I will never do. And that is, I could scare a lot of people to death, and I could sell a lot of food right now, prepackaged food and things like that. And I know of end times teachers that do that, scare people to death, and they offer you all their survival gear. I totally believe what Jesus was saying right there in Matthew 24. He said it will be as in the days of Noah before the flood. We are not going to see the tribulation. As a believer, we need to be comforted. There are birth pains that are happening right now, and those birth pains are going to continue until Jesus comes. And I believe that Jesus is right at the door. I believe he can come in any minute. And so I believe that Jesus is coming. And so I'm saying, don't listen to all the doomsayers. Don't listen to all the people trying to make us believe that we need to be preppers. And by preppers, I mean that we need to buy all this stuff and get all this stuff ready. This is my number 3 point of preparation, and that is be wise and be prepared. Now, this is my personal opinion. I'm just about to give you. Karen and I have 2 to 3 months of food and things on hand. We bought some of this freeze-dried food that comes in the buckets and lasts for 25 years. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it at different places. But we could probably live off of the food that we have for 2 to 3 months, something like that. Other things that we have saved up, and COVID was part of that. Was the reason that we saved it up. And I'm not saying that because of the tribulation or anything like that. I'm saying it because of natural disasters, power outages. The Russia is threatening, all of these attacks against our infrastructure and all this stuff like that. And so if something happened, I think it's just good common sense to have 2 or 3 months of things on hand so you don't starve to death, though you don't have to worry about things like that. Now, you might want more. You might want 6 months or a year or something like that. But all I'm saying is this. To me, the Bible is very clear that we are not going through the tribulation. And for that reason, I just don't believe that you have to prepare all these things that some people are preparing, and buying 7 years of food and all that kind of stuff like that. I just don't believe it's necessary. Jesus said, when you see these things begin to happen, look up and lift up your head. Your redemption is drawing near. And so I'm a pilot. And when you're a pilot, you have instruments in front of you. And the reason for those instruments... Is especially when you can't see outside, when the weather's bad. And when the weather's bad, you trust your instruments. And so you have to trust your instruments. Your life literally depends on looking at those instruments and trusting them. When things are happening that are happening in the world right now, we have to trust what the Word of God has to say. We can't trust our emotions. We can't trust our feelings, and we can't trust other people. We have to trust what the Bible has to say. And the Bible tells us that Jesus is going to deliver us from the wrath that is to come. It would be like the days of Noah, buying, selling, marrying, giving in marriage when Jesus returns. Those are the words of Jesus himself. So I'm telling you, Jesus is coming soon. We're not going through the tribulation. We're not going to die of starvation. And I believe in the United States, I don't believe that there'll be a lot of people that die now in the tribulation, maybe. I believe there'll be shortages and high prices in the United States, put a lot of stress on a lot of people who are already struggling. with fixed income or something, or low wage or something like that. I don't think we're going to see a lot of mass death in the United States, but you'll see it in Africa. You'll see it in places in Middle East. Well, a lot of that's already taking place. South America, places like that, where you're going to see a lot of death through famine and things like that. So I hope that that's comforting to you. Famines are coming. It's in the Bible and it's in the news. Famines are coming, and that's how we prepare for that.